Mrs. Twit was no better than her husband. She did not, of course, have a hairy face. It was a pure he didn't, because at any rate would have hidden some of her fearful ugliness. Take a look at her. Have you ever seen a woman with an uglier face than that? I doubt it. But the funny thing is that Mrs. Twit wasn't born ugly. She had quite a nice face when she was young. The ugliness had grown upon her year by year as she got older. Why would that happen? I'll tell you why. If a person has ugly thought, it began to show on the face. And when the person has ugly thought every day, every week, and every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until it gets so ugly you can hardly bear to look at it. A person who has good thought cannot ever be ugly. You can have a crooked nose and crooked mouth and a double chin and a stick out teeth. But if you have a good thought, they will shine out of your face like shine beams, and you will always look lovely. Nothing's now Nothing shone out Mrs. Twit's face. In her right hand she carried a walking stick. She used to tell people that this was because she has written grown on the sole of her left foot, and walking was painful. But the real reason she carried a stick was so that she could hit things with it, things like dogs and cats and small children. And then there was a glass eye. Mrs. Twit has a glass eye that was always looking the other way. The glass eye. You can play a lot of tricks with the glass eye because you can take it out and pop it back in again anytime you like. You can bet your life Mrs. Twig knew all the tricks. One morning she took out her glass eye and dropped it into Mrs. Twig's mug of beer when she wasn't looking. Mr. Twist sat there drinking the beer slowly. The front made a white running on the hairs around his mouth, the white front onto his shelf, and wipe his shell on his trousers. You're you're plotting something, Mrs. Tweed said, keeping her back turning so he wouldn't see that she had taken out her glass eye. Whenever you go all quiet like that, I know very well you're plotting something. Mrs. Tweed was right. Mr. Tweed was plotting anyway like mad. He was trying to think up a real nasty trick he could play on his wife that day. You better be careful, Mrs. Tweed said, because when I start to plot, I watch you like a wombat. Oh, do shut up, you old hag, Mr. Twit said. He went on drinking his beer and his mind kept working away on the last hurry trick he was going to play on an old woman. Suddenly, Mr. Twit